Well, tonight, Ramsey County officials are finalizing a plan to relocate more than 40 inmates out of the jail that's in St. Paul after an order from the Department of Corrections detailing potentially life-threatening conditions in that jail. The DOC is not playing around here. Kent, the sheriff and county board only have a couple of days to do what the right thing is, so says the state, right?
Yeah, that's right, Jana. They have to reduce their capacity by Wednesday and had to have a plan in place by tonight. Now, just minutes ago, I found out that they have submitted that plan, and the hope is to transfer some inmates to the Ramsey County Prison until they can resolve these safety issues. But that's something the county board says they've been trying to do for months.
A Department of Corrections letter lays out multiple ongoing failures to comply with safety standards inside the Ramsey County Jail in St. Paul, including failing to meet minimum staffing requirements, a pattern of failure to conduct timely and appropriate well-being checks, and repeated incidents of failing to provide medical care to inmates as ordered.
There was a nurse who observed what appeared to be signs of a stroke, indicated that the person needed to be taken to the hospital. And that transport to the hospital was delayed by over an hour.
It's one of those things that you never, ever want to hear, but I always want to start by believing our staff.
Ramsey County Board Chair Trista Matta-Castillo says the county voluntarily reported the incidents to the DOC after spending months trying and failing to address staff concerns with Sheriff Bob Fletcher.
When we, addressed the issues with the sheriff and didn't get a response, it left us in a place that we had to do something.
Fletcher responded to the order with a written statement to KARE 11 yesterday, calling it predictable and blaming increased crime, court backlogs, and a national worker shortage, adding, "I share the concerns about overcrowding in our jails. In fact, it's an issue we've tried to raise with the county board for months and months, including as far back as last May."
He seemed to put it at your feet. How do you respond to that?
Our staff has always been willing, and the county board has been willing to hear concerns and to address those concerns. And we have been at the ready. We've had communications back and forth about concerns and issues, and there hasn't been a lot of follow through of offers to assist until this point when it's critical and we're now answering to another agency.
How should people feel confident in you two coming together now and figuring out a solution that works?
So for us, it's really important that we put politics aside, personalities aside, and take action. And that's where we are today. And we have the Department of Corrections that is overseeing it, that is monitoring it and paying attention so that we can put those other things aside.
And that monitoring will be ongoing, with the DOC imposing several requirements, including written reports anytime the jail might exceed its new capacity limits.
Do you have faith that those will be followed?
I'm hopeful that this has brought enough daylight and attention and more eyes onto a situation that it will move us in the right direction moving forward. There's an underlying culture here that needs to be addressed. Those are leadership challenges that we can't shy away from, and we will make sure that we continue to have those conversations and provide assistance in those areas to the Sheriff's Department and to the Sheriff.
Now, we did also reach out to Ramsey County Sheriff Bob Fletcher for a response and an interview today. We were told that he didn't have time. Again, we do know that his office did have productive conversations with the county board today, and they submitted that plan tonight, but we still don't have details on the exact plans for those inmates.
And just to be clear for our viewers here, Kent, she's saying the Ramsey County board tried with Sheriff Fletcher, and without getting anywhere, they had to go to DOC.
Yeah, she said they have documented memos back and forth and that it didn't receive a response until they heard from the DOC.
Okay, so this similar issue happened not that long ago in Beltrami County, right? It sounds familiar.
Yeah, it did. Just last week, that jail was ordered to cut capacity by about 40% due to similar issues. But this type of action is new. The DOC can do this thanks to the Hardell-Sherrill Act, which passed in 2021 following KARE 11's reporting on preventable jail deaths across the state. That gave the DOC more power to go after jails in this way.
Okay, thanks so much, Kent. We appreciate it.